Well, we back.
We back in the studio, dog.
Tise.
Yo,
September's over with.
man, I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy I am to see September get the out of here.
Why?
Man, it's been extremely busy. Like seriously, it's been extremely busy, like exhausting busy. Like just birthdays, out of town, work. It's been a busy month.
Okay.
Yeah. Then to close the month out, my car was like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and stop on you. So yeah, I'm done with September.
Okay.
I'm ready for tomorrow, first of the month. Yeah. I'm ready for
All right,
it.
I understand now. Now you even gave this clarity why you said, okay, I get it.
It wasn't a bad month, it was just busy.
It's been pretty busy.
It's been extremely busy. Yeah.
But what October gonna bring though?
October. Well, we got some good stuff planned for October.
Yeah, we do.
And then October, that is that the draft for season for Cuffin season?
Yeah, it starts tomorrow, October 1st.
Starts tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So
Cuffin season is October 1st.
I gotta go through
the draft.
my Palm Pilot and
so
make
my
finalists.
All you chicks out there that got like, I wouldn't say a roster yet, but you got like prospects.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like you go
Everybody
you know how you go scout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all your scouting that you possibly did at the summer brunches and the patio parties, tomorrow is the actual draft. So now you got to go through your list on your phone.
But we got to pick what? How many?
You got to pick 10. 10.
That's too many.
Because you got to get through October. We got to get through October.
So we got to make the finals.
Yeah, so you got to get through.
So we don't make the choice until November. That's a little late, but okay.
Because that's when it started to get a little cold.
Yeah.
Now you got to narrow this choice down.
Okay.
Because, when it get cold, you want that body heat. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
But tomorrow's a draft. But.
Okay, tomorrow's a draft.
But let me just say something about October. I've always felt like this. October is a huff-ass month to me.
Why?
Like, I don't see the purpose of October.
First of all, October has, like, the perfect weather. I love to see October because that's hoodie season, first of all.
Hoodie season can be in November, too.
It could be in November,
October
too.
just...
I think, you know what? You just think it's huff because November is your month.
I don't even go in there. We all know that, but I don't even go in there.
Yeah, but I think you want to just fast forward to your month.
But October, what you got? Halloween? That's whack.
Halloween, I could do without it.
It's just a month. I just feel like October, I just see orange all the time.
It's not huff. Well, because to me, it just represents the season changes. So you do see the oranges and the browns, but it's pretty. The leaves and all that stuff, it's pretty.
October's pretty, huh?
It is. It's got that nice crisp. And now my allergies don't like October.
I don't either.
Yeah, October, I have some extreme allergy problems. But outside, it's
feel like
perfect. It's like the perfect weather to sleep in. We get the owl. We get an hour back. We fall back.
That's in October?
That's in October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe it's October. Is it the first week in November?
I forget.
I think it's October.
I think it's October. Again, some shit I think that was made up. Like, who made that up?
Well, fall back?
Yeah, and fall forward.
Was it spring forward and fall back? It's supposed to be, I don't know who made it up, but it's supposed to be to kind of like, I guess, balance the time. I don't know how to make sense of it scientifically, but it's because of, it's supposed to be just, the however many times like the earth and all that stuff
goes around
and then the daylight. It's supposed to adjust itself.
So that's why
I don't know who made it up.
That's why at 5 o'clock it get dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it be dark it's dark when you go to work and it's dark when you get off.
Dark when you get off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, October be here tomorrow.
I'm ready for it.
For me, that means NBA season is right around the corner.
I'm ready for that too.
So we'll see what October brings.
October's not. I can rock with October. It's not. I love the weather and I love to do it's a lot of outside stuff. You got to get to it. Yeah. Pumpkin patches and all these wine fests and things like that.
Wine fest.
Fun. Yeah.
And the beer crawls.
And the whiskey fest.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's like a drunken.
Okay.
Month.
It's not as so huff then.
No,
okay.
No, it's good. So I'm looking forward to it.
So, what you been watching on TV? I know what I've been watching. Have you been watching it?
What?
Raising Kanan.
Actually, I've been watching it, bro. So I remember when we first started the show, kind of like Raising Kanan was just not starting too. The first, it started off extremely slow. Yeah, yep. But you know what? The last few episodes, I enjoyed it. It was really good, and that last episode was good. It probably could have been a little bit. I don't know. It was good. You can just tell they setting it up for season 2.
And I think season 2 is gonna be really good.
I think so too.
Because we're gonna find out what happened to Rock's brothers. Because one of them got locked up because the white girl tricked.
Yeah.
And then
we don't really know if he got locked up because that kind of stuff.
Well, he got arrested.
He got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested. Yeah.
And then was it Lulu, right? No, his name Lulu.
Lulu was the younger brother.
So he was in the fire. He got out. Now he said he ain't fucking with Rock no more. He went out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that goes.
They gonna get it. They gonna have some beef.
Yeah, they gonna have some beef.
They gonna have some. You gonna see they beef. But then you know how it ended with Kanan saying that you can't trust nobody, not even your mama. Yeah. He gonna. I wonder, I'll probably fast forwarding, but because of he didn't kill damn near everybody that's close to him, I wonder if he gonna be the one that's gonna kill her. Cause she gonna die.
Well, I think it's gonna be something dramatic.
Yeah. I think he's gonna do it because I think she's gonna put him in another compromising position, and I think he's going to realize like she taught him you can't trust nobody. And I think he's gonna be the one to put her down.
And I don't think the dude that Omar Epps is playing that character, I don't think he gonna tell who shot him because he need Kanan.
Because he need Kanan, yeah. And so he probably gonna hold it over his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And then that unique guy, he's gonna be pissed off, so he gonna have a strong vendetta.
I feel like they gonna keep him around, his character around. I think for a while.
Because he pays that like. That
he's good now.
He's
good.
Yeah,
like,
but then he has to be the person to go against Rock. And now he has a true vendetta, so he ain't gonna. They can keep that somebody always going after her because he gonna be in, especially for killing the cop or trying to kill the cop. That's gonna be a horrible bid. So.
A horrible bid.
Man, that's like the worst way to go down. So you lose your business, then you go to jail for. Shooting the cop,
allegedly shooting the cop that he didn't even do it.
Too, bro. And you check the part where the blood on there, he could get off too because you remember when Kanan dumbass fell.
Oh yeah, when he fell,
he put the blood on the jacket.
That's right.
So
what's that, Jim?
If it turned out like if it ain't,
I forgot about that. Yeah. That's when he looked at his hands, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. So they may test that.
That might, I know, like that was like what the 80s. So DNA wasn't like that, but they could test the blood type and be like, you know what, it don't match and it wasn't me. And
right.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like they're gonna lock him. Like Unique gonna have a big part in this series, so I don't feel like they're gonna take him off the show like quick.
And I feel like too, old girl in the store.
Yeah. The Mexican chick?
I don't know.
Something about her?
It's something there, bro. It's something like I feel like she
she ain't no good. She ain't no good.
Well, you know what? It's just like everything else. Like you seeing, everybody is learning. It's me for myself. By myself and that. So I feel like, she could if she feel like she needs to turn, she'll turn and be like, I lied. Yeah. So
she need to. Yeah. She get jammed up. I mean, for me. Watching the show, watching the last episode, I see why Kanan hated his son and power, and I see why he fucked with Tyreek because he saw himself in Tyreek.
Yeah, you can see that now. Yeah,
because he felt like Tyreek was loyal and wanted to be that. Gangster,
right?
With his son, his son wasn't loyal to him, and he felt like his son wasn't built how he was. Yeah. I'm not saying it's right, but I see like I see why he shot dude Sean. I see why he shot him.
Yeah, but then it goes to show you too just how he grew up to be and heartless.
You see it because his mama.
Because his mama.
But so when I go back, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, you can talk about me, judge me all you want. I went back and watched season 3 and 4 of Power to get an understanding of the characters.
I needed to do that.
I did it.
when Power first came on, I didn't watch it like that. So
I know you did not.
So I watched it and I fell off, and then I was like, I'm not getting ready to binge watch 3 seasons, and I just picked up wherever it was at. I believe it was like season 5 at that point.
Oh, so you got in late.
Yeah, okay. So I got back in late. So I probably need to go back and look at Kanan's story and everything. I went back. Son and all that.
I went back and I saw Jukebox, like they kind of brought up they was cousins and how they grew up.
Yeah.
So I went back and now I was like, now I see why Kanan in Power is like he is.
Yeah.
Because in Raising Kanan, to be honest, Kanan was a little chump ass lame.
Yeah. In the beginning, yeah.
His mama wanted him to be,
but truthfully, his mama tried to keep him
right. But he didn't want that.
He didn't want to.
He wanted like Tyreek.
Yeah.
Teach me the game, Ghost.
Yeah.
He was on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it now. I get it.
But you know what made me upset though about when remember when Power ended?
Mm-hmm.
So actually not Power, when it was what was it? Ghost. That one. Power Book
Ghost.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So when that one ended, it showed Tommy and it showed Ghost, and it showed like Kanan, like when they was kids.
They were shorties.
But we ain't see Tommy and Ghost the whole season. Well, I wonder why is that?
Well, apparently, I don't know how true this is. Supposedly, we're gonna see Tommy in the next season of Raising Kanan.
Okay.
So supposedly these characters are gonna start getting introduced now.
Okay.
So I don't know how true it is.
Still getting his own show too?
Yeah, okay. They had to put it on hold because of COVID, because they filmed it here. They filmed a lot of it here.
Okay.
But yeah, so when they say Tommy's show, according to 50, 50 said Tommy's show is the best.
I can believe that though, because he's one of the like the favorites of the show. So I could see them putting a lot of effort in there because he's a fan favorite. He said
it's a lot of people that they casted that everybody's gonna be like, wow.
I'm looking now. I can't wait for. I definitely want to see Tommy's story because
me too.
We saw a little bit of how he grew up too, but it is interesting to see how they all intermingled in.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I actually think Stars has done a good job though.
They have with Black shows.
Yeah, I think
for
they
sure.
Have.
I like that they had another show they got renewed for a second season. I don't know if you heard Run the World.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
I'm about to start that this weekend.
It's
y'all say it's good.
It's good. Yeah. And probably every episode somebody is knocking the boots. So.
Well, I gotta watch it then. Okay, I gotta watch it.
If anybody want to know if they need,
okay, I gotta watch that.
It's that HBO porn, that
the one we grew up on.
Yeah, they ain't really doing nothing. They just making a lot of noise and they skin bumping against each other.
They just making a lot of noise.
Yeah, they just making like a little
like
section.
oh. Look down, dude still got his pants on.
Yeah, So, but it was actually
okay.
Good.
I check that out.
Yeah.
Did you watch BMF?
I did.
You like it?
I did. You know what? I actually like it. You know what? Honestly, at first, sometimes like, so what is 50 on this? Like, this renegade to just show as many drug stories as possible. Like, how many times are you going to show a drug story? But it is different to hear people that you hear about in like songs and like these are urban legends of Big Meech and his brother, and a little bit about them from like people they were associated with in the music business. Yeah. But I found it to be interesting because Detroit is basically like Detroit and Chicago like mirror each other in a lot of ways, and so it everything they was doing from the beginning, they had from their clothing to the footwork they was doing to the house music
to the gang drugs. Yeah.
It reminds you of like Chicago. So I found it to be interesting. What you thought about it?
For me, I liked the first episode because I like to watch those docs to see how it all got started because a lot of them dudes was just regular ass people.
Right.
It was regular ass people, but they grew up in shitty environments, terrible environments.
Yeah.
And they was always around what? Drugs and violence. So, but for me, the reason why I want to watch this show is because there was a time like Big Meech and the BMF, they was like the boogeyman. Like, you knew who they was.
Not really.
But you didn't really know unless you knew.
Yeah.
and you know they was some man. They did some shit.
Yeah,
and they did some.
I went back and tried to, once I watched it, it did make me want to go back and find out a little bit about.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that was his son, his real son, playing him.
A lot of people didn't realize that after the show.
That was kind of dope. Yeah, that was kind of dope. But they did that. They actually cast his son in there.
It was good. And after I seen Cash Dog, I didn't really care what I saw.
Gosh. Y'all really overblowed. Y'all really overdid that.
Listen. Cash Doll is one of my favorite
people
in the world.
Pretty.
She's very pretty.
I think she's, I'm always for the chocolate girl.
She can rap. Like I don't think she get a lot of. She can rap.
I like her. I like ratchet rap, so she good.
And shout out to my homie Hodges. Me and him, we mess with Cash Doll. So.
For why? Well, for what reason?
Because she's a strong black woman.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a strong black woman.
Nothing to do with that naked scene, huh?
Well, the naked scene, what the naked scene did for me was show me how great of an actress she is.
Oh, okay.
And she's able to make it look very natural what she was doing.
Because the thing was, she didn't really do a good job acting.
She did a wonderful job.
No, she didn't.
She slid right off him like you're supposed to after you get done. Only thing she didn't do is get the towel.
Actually, she did.
She did get the towel?
She said, I'm going to go get you a hot towel. You didn't see that at the end?
Because I was still on.
She wasn't even in the scene. She said that.
I was still on the bouncy. I was still on that, so my bad,
Fair. She said that was like, I think after his phone rang or something like that. She
would have got the towel.
She was like, I'm about to get
How can you not love Cash Doll?
Oh, gosh. That is so extra.
Do you understand what that means to a man when you volunteer to go get the towel?
I don't.
That's right, you're a virgin. Anyway, but that means a lot.
Yeah, it was. I was like, yeah, that part was funny to me because I was like, yeah, I'm sure a lot of guys got a kick out of that.
We did.
Yeah.
Every guy.
You didn't even hear it though, so.
Well, thank you for telling me. No, I can go back and watch it now. Thank you, Latisse.
Need a reason to go back.
Need a reason to go back.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't catch that because she definitely said that.
I didn't see that.
That's funny.
Well, this story though, the way 50 has set it up, this is being told. Inspired by Big Meech and then some other stuff. But you know how they started off, they was like, some of the things that's being portrayed in here is fictitious or not true, whatever, that little disclaimer. Yeah. They got to put that in there.
Yeah, because it's somebody watching trying to put stuff together and trying to go back and be like, I thought this, that, whatever. So yeah, they got to.
I think this is one of the reasons why Big Meech.
It was done.
I think this is why Big Meech ain't getting out.
Why, the movie?
Because of this.
Why?
He was supposed to be parole. You know that, right? Yeah.
I didn't know he was supposed to get parole. I know his brother's out.
He was supposed to be parole. He was supposed to be up this year.
So why did they reject it?
Because some about I forgot the reasons for the denial, but it was something. But I think because of this the doc, and just all this fanfare it was getting, I think the parole board held that against him.
That's not fair.
Because they don't want him to be celebrated.
Not fair.
It's not fair, but you know how they do us. It's not fair at all.
Nope. But do you think with like 50 and with like these kind of shows, do you think that's glorifying like that life, or do you think it's truly stories that need to be told?
It's yes and no. For me, I think some of these stories do need to be told because. It was history. It was a time that a lot of these stories had to do with the culture of hip hop. Some of it had to do with the culture of hip hop. Some of them, whether you hate it or not, it had to do with black culture. Then sometimes, you're like, well, damn, man, another movie where a group of black people slaughter another group of black people, a group of black people getting another group of black people, a community of black people on drugs. So I get where some people be like, but at the same time, it is our culture. Yeah. Because remember, they always glorify the mafia. They always glorify those guys.
They glorify them, and they don't. It doesn't get the same stigma that. So if you have a black drug movie or any kind of illegal activity movie, it's they take that like literal, and they pin that against real black people.
They do.
They do. They imagine that. I don't even like the Godfather type movies anyway, but I've never watched one of them and thought every white person I seen was a gangster. Like I don't even think
or a mob boss,
or not even all Italian.
Yeah,
like,
Italians.
I don't look
right,
at y'all
right.
like
Me
all
either.
of y'all are like mob bosses or tied to the mob, but they somehow think like it remind me of on Everybody Hates Chris, the teacher.
The teacher, yeah.
And they'll say, and she'll say something. Oh, like she'll be like, I know your mom is on crack and your dad is in jail, and he's like. My mama is at home. Like my daddy got 2 jobs. Like
he's working.
They put these TV stigmas on all of us,
and
it's irritating.
They do.
Like it's like we do have other stories, like, and everybody does not have a drug background. Yeah, a lot of us do. Like like you say, it's both. A lot of us do, but then that's not the entirety of black people.
Like for a while, like I used to say, Menace Society set us back when it first dropped, because I was like. That movie, during that time, the shit was popping off in LA with the gangs. It was going on. It was like, wow. And then it was like they made this movie, and it was like people was going to the movies. Black people, it was a shootings at movie theaters.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was just like, fuck. That. Like, yeah. Like, as I got older, I was like, man, I like the movie. Yeah. The movie is a classic in our culture, but it was like, I was like, but damn, I think it may have set us back. I don't know, but that's just how I felt.
I don't think it really set us back. It's just, to me, like, when I watch some of the drug stuff, like, it's we seen it in real time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't like remembering some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like it like I said, we've seen that in real time and what it does to families and even people in our family.
In our families,
so
yeah.
it just I be indifferent about that type of
stuff. I understand. I get it. So just like now, like just to wrap up the BMF conversations, like when I watched it, when it went off, and I was saying to myself, okay, episode 2, I need to see some action now. I need to see somebody get shot. I need to see, like, what I'm saying? You know
it's coming.
I know it's coming because, I'm like, I need to see now because, again, when you watching a TV show or series, what holds your attention? It's 2 things, action and the plot. So now I want to see. We know what the plot of BMF is, of this doc. So now we want to see the action. We want to see what's true. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Or is that him? Or is that supposed to be him? Like,
I want to see that too. I want to see. I like the action too, but I want to see the family dynamic too.
Yeah.
Like the ugly side of the drug game is that how it destroys people's families, and so you kind of already see that little seed of where his mama, her conflict. You saw that, yeah. His dad,
with the bills.
Yeah, yep. I want to see how that's going to play out, and with them having kids.
And with them having kids, yep, yep.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's gonna be good. Shout out. Is that a black director that did BMF?
I think so.
It's a black director. Okay.
I know it's 50 show, but is it Courtney? Is she doing that one too?
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure 50 kind of he usually includes his people and everything.
50 and 50. He always includes his people, and if you
he a nutcase, but yeah.
And when you think you ain't seen somebody in a long time, somebody missing, he pull them out.
Yeah. I give him that.
Yeah, he do his thing.
He like a little ghetto Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
He the Tyler for the hood a little bit.
Hey. Right, like, yeah. He is a Tyler for the hood with a better budget, right, Jim? Right. Speaking of missing persons. All right, now boy. Look. All right, was Kelly Price missing?
Well, according to her, she was never missing.
Okay.
According to her, she was never missing. And, if anybody watched R&B Divas, you know that Kelly Price is a diva.
Okay.
And she was very extra on the show.
Okay.
And so I have to admit, while I was concerned because I was like, man, she hasn't been on social media since like July, since she first caught COVID.
I remember that video she made.
You heard all this stuff, and I was like, man, I didn't want to see another like great singer like pass away. And I know that she had some other issues, so I was like, maybe she is really worse off. But then it was like when her family was coming out saying that they hadn't talked to her, I was like, okay. But then you start hearing these celebrities saying, well, I talked to her and I talked to her,
right?
And I'm like, this is sounding like, I'm like, I hope she ain't trying to put no album out in this, but
a rollout,
yeah, or something like that. Like that'll be like, some that'd be like some extra stuff. So I mean, I'm glad that she did make a video, but it was very dramatic. It seemed like typical Kelly Price. You know, I'm glad she's okay, but I don't it was kind of weird though, bro. It's still weird. It's still weird to me. Like the whole story, it seems weird. Like she's like, well, my sister, we estranged. I haven't seen her since my mother's funeral last year. But
she explained all that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you don't talk to her. You may not have seen her, but COVID has kept family apart. And even though y'all might not be close, I don't believe her sister just made that up. Like that she hadn't heard from her in a few weeks. I feel like they may not be close, but I feel like she was still checking in. And then her daughter, same thing. Yep. So why would everybody make that up? So people were saying that it was more so her husband
that was on the games,
keeping her away
from everybody. So I tried to stay away from the story.
I went down the rabbit hole. I went down the rabbit hole.
But you know, when you're on Twitter, so I'm on Twitter, and all of a sudden I see TMZ, the little breaking news. So I'm like, Kelly Price missing. Like, how's that? Like, and then you know I read the story. Then all of a sudden, you know how Twitter is. 35 minutes, 45 minutes later, it's a statement from somebody that's close to her, a lawyer.
Yeah.
Then somebody, I forget who, I don't know, it was a singer. Somebody was like, she's not missing.
Gilbert.
Yeah. She's like, she's not missing. I just talked to her.
Yeah, she got into it with the brat.
I'm like,
it was
I'm like, what's going on?
It's weird, bro. So I said it's a lot of weirdness around it. And then she got on you know, what you think about, like, okay, so it was weird to me that her first interview was like with TMZ. Was that weird to you, or was it just me? I'm like, you didn't go to no black media. Like, it's just weird.
I know what you're saying.
You know,
it is weird. Like, okay, so obviously her lawyer said it's time for you to make a statement, so you can put the rest. You know, but why TMZ though?
Right, TMZ the messiest, and TMZ don't care nothing about you. Like, the black people is the one who broke the story, first of all. And then, two, it's just like I said, it's just completely weird.
It is weird.
It's still weird. I hope she's okay. I heard what she was saying on there, but
she's like, she died. What she say? She said,
yeah, I died. She's like, I died.
Man, I didn't been around like my homies Jamal and Mike Walton all that. I laughed when she said it, and I know I shouldn't have laughed.
I did too.
But it was because she was dramatic the way she said it.
Exactly, because me, you know, me and my cousin, when we was talking about it, she was like, she just called me. She was like, Tise, I died. She's like, why would she say I died like that? I was like, dramatic.
It was just so dramatic.
That's what I'm saying. When she was on R&B Divas, bro, she was dramatic.
I never watched that show. Yeah. I never watched that show.
I watched it. It was, you know.
Didn't her and somebody else get into it on that show? She
got into it. After that show really did more damage to her to her fans, because people was like, they stopped liking her after that.
Okay.
She had a really nasty attitude.
Okay.
Yeah, so she got into it with everybody on that show.
Well, Kelly Price, I hope she's good now.
I hope she's good.
But this was a weird story.
It's still weird.
And
like, where is her husband? And like, how do you not talk to your kids? Like,
that's another thing.
And then she tried to say how her daughter made it up. Yeah, it was a lot of weirdness.
Now you see why people be like weary on shit that come from Hollywood. Yep. Like, they don't never believe because we always think this is a script. Yep. This is a story.
Yep.
Somebody finna drop an album. Yeah. Yep. Something finna come out. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody don't believe it.
Yeah. That's exactly what. And I was saying that too, bro. I was like, this is why when stuff happen to black people, it's like people turn the eye like or roll their eyes.
They do. They do.
But I'm saying, but why would she even just sit there all that time? Like, true, you don't owe anybody anything, but you know, like the fans and stuff, like, she could have did that way before.
And she had people like really like tweet like, Kelly Price, we praying for you. Please find me. Please.
People doing like home checks on you.
Yeah,
it's just weird. It's just really
weird. It is weird. Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. You know, them damn Kellys.
Kelly versus Kelly, boy.
Them damn Kellys. Yeah. By the way, my favorite Kelly Price song is Gonna Rain. Was written by Robert Sylvester Kelly. And that fucking song that he wrote for her is phenomenal. Word for word is just beautiful.
As long as he wrote for everybody, it's just
Well, listen. I'm gonna get right off into it.
Go ahead and get into it, bro.
I'm still gonna listen to the songs because you and I always talk about this. We can separate the person from the art. We can do that. Now, what I'm not gonna do is act like some of these people and be like, no matter what he did, I'm still gonna listen to his music. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. But I just think people like that, you're just trying to dismiss the wrong that he did. And we know he did wrong. We know that. He should have stopped when he beat it the first time. That case the first time.
But didn't he stop? Like, didn't he start? I mean, I think at that point, it wasn't, I don't think it hasn't been any more younger. I think he just started getting them waiting until they was legal.
Shit.
To legal, right?
Shit.
I mean, I didn't follow his story. Like after that,
it wasn't what this is what he stopped doing, Tise. He stopped being flamboyant and out and open with it. Then he got off into some old other stuff with women and manipulating them, abusing them, doing what he's been, that stuff that we saw on the documentary Surviving R. Kelly. He was doing that. He got into that. See, anybody who was around in them late 2000s when he used to hoop over there, what's the name? Over there in the West Loop. Yeah. And he would hoop, he would bring his entourage. Anybody who was around know what you saw when it comes to who was in his entourage. You know that. You know how he treated people that was with him. You know how he talked to the females that was with him. Like, I give you an example. If you was with R. Kelly, who was a female, he used to tell the female, don't look at no man in here. If a man talks to you, you look away.
Okay. Here's my thing.
We all know what that is.
It's control.
Okay.
I get that, bro. Listen, I'm not I'm not that person to be like, oh, I don't care what he did. I think my personal feelings of this is that as a community, I'm talking about Black people specifically, and that's people in Chicago, everybody turned a blind eye, right? This is the honest truth, is that everybody knew R. Kelly been a pervert since he married Aaliyah. That was a rumor back when we was kids. We was kids, so we really didn't.
But it was a rumor.
It was a rumor.
It was a rumor.
And
it was a big rumor.
Usually when it's like stuff like that, it's a little truth in, because all of a sudden he's working with her, then he wasn't, right? And so the R. Kelly with young girls has been around for a long time. Everybody turned a blind eye to it collectively because he was putting out hits with Stepping in the Name of Love, Come On, and Trade in My Life. Nobody was thinking about those little girls. So I have a problem now with people being self-righteous about it, because again, as a community, we all failed. Collectively, we failed those girls. Not just these girls, but dealing with R. Kelly. We see this. R. Kelly is just like, and I think too, he's just a outward example of what we already see in the neighborhood anyway. Truthfully, if we being honest, if we look at the older people in our family, our grandparents and our older uncles and aunties, they had big marriage gaps. They was about 16, 17 when they was marrying. Our grandfathers was about 20 something. So this kind of stuff is not new. And so I feel like now Black people specifically, like, I feel like because we're trying to, which is wrong. We should have the energy, period, for anybody that's preying on young people. That's not the problem with that. But it's like, we need to stop. Don't everybody trying to sit in this seat of righteousness now when everybody turned the blind eye. People are acting like they did. I don't remember hearing nobody saying F. R. Kelly and I'm turning his music off. Because if that was the case, he would not have been able to do this for the last 20 years, bro. If we had this energy back 10 years ago, if we was done with him when he, like you said, that first case that he got after, we saw that he was still doing the same thing. Had we had the energy we have now, then maybe this could have stopped 10 years ago. Maybe he would have been in jail 10 years ago and he couldn't manipulate nobody else. But people are really, I mean, I've been seeing so many rants like on Twitter, on Facebook, and everybody wants to have this image of, I think R. Kelly is disgusting, he's nasty, he is all that, but he been that, and you knew it. And now it's just like to me it's a thing. It's a thing now to be like, F R. Kelly, because we want to present ourselves as this community that, we down these things, which we should. I don't want to, diminish that, but it's just like, it's kind of irritating me. It is, to be honest, it's kind of irritating me personally, because I feel like y'all didn't have this energy 10 years ago. And I feel like it's just because it's an easy thing now, because now he's convicted. And now it's a thing to be like, it makes us feel self-righteous to say, he's a dirty person, which he is. He been dirty though. That's the truth of the matter. Truth of the matter is we turn the blind eye as a community, and good that he's where he needs to be. Good those young ladies have survived R. Kelly, but there's some, to me, now bro, this one I want to ask you. The charges that he got, which I had to go read and stuff about it, because they was like, it was racketeering and something else is real. So it really wasn't like child abuse per se. They got him on some other stuff. What's your thought? What's your thought on that?
Racketeering and sex trafficking.
What's your thought on that?
Well, they did that to make it stick.
To make it stick.
So I mean, that's kind of how like what they do, like with organized crime, and they throw racketeering on there to make it stick. So therefore, that's the charge that you really pretty much can't beat. Right. But
it's like, is that fair?
Tise, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care, because he gotta go.
He gotta go.
I get it. I understand where you're going with it.
Yeah.
I do, because I know it's injustice. I get it, but I
don't feel bad for him.
I don't. I just don't. It's hard for me to
look. I don't feel. My argument is not for R. Kelly as a human
It's
being.
not.
I don't. He's where he's supposed to be.
Like,
he's supposed to be in jail.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The way I feel about him is how I feel about that Mog in New York, the one that was sex trafficking them little girls on that little island in New York. What's his name? The Rich Mog.
Yeah, I know you're talking about that. He had the thing on.
Yeah, at the documentary.
Yeah,
that's how because I just don't have remorse for men.
I don't either.
Like that. I don't because
no, I don't either.
Even before I had a daughter, I just felt like that's sick to me.
They have a sickness.
So it's hard for me.
Something wrong with
and
that.
I get it. Racketeering, that's bogus.
But that's my point.
It's bogus.
That's my
bogus.
point. Is that I'm just saying, I have a problem when the justice system. Listen, you don't have to when you get people when they do wrong. And you do it, you're gonna, and when you do wrong, it's gonna always catch up to you.
Yeah.
I feel like his situation is like now, kind of like how when they got OJ. Like OJ got away with murder. Everybody know he killed this lady. Yeah. He got away with murder, and then he went up going to jail because he tried to get his stuff back.
What he didn't do. Sit down and shut the
that's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad for R. Kelly. When you have arrogance, it's gonna catch up with you. Period. And we all know pride coming from the fall. That's literal. And
anybody that know him know how arrogant he is.
It was bound to happen, bro. It was bound to happen. I'm just saying he was either going to something. He was gonna get killed by something. He'll get the wrong one. Or he should have been in. That's my only point.
And to be honest,
when you trying to play trick stuff with the system to get him in jail, that's stupid to me.
He did mess with the wrong one. He messed with the wrong one, and that's how this ball got rolling. And
I think he only got brought. To be honest, when you say mess with the wrong one, to me, it's just because his money ain't like it used to be.
No, not that too, but the wrong one he messed with. That person and their family went to the media, to somebody here in Chicago.
That person, I know you're talking about, but to me too, bro. And I don't want to prolong it, but it's so much to that story. When you start talking about too, when you put something like racketeering and things like that to make organized crime, even though I know what stipulations in there to say, it's so many more people involved that I mean, not just us as a community, but the people that was there firsthand that allowed this stuff in here. I just feel like they should be rotting in jail with him, and high key some of their parents too. Ain't nowhere in the world my daddy ain't never sending me around no pedophile, a known pedophile. It ain't never that much money in the world to make a man or a mother put their daughter in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? It's just not that much money, and I feel like he where he needs to be, and I wish it was the rest of them dirty people around him was rotting in jail with him. I don't feel bad for R. Kelly got what he deserved.
I know somebody who basically the auntie gave their niece to him for a X amount of money. Yeah. So again, I get where you coming from. I understand that.
My only thing is,
but to play devil's advocate off of that, we could say the same thing about these little Negroes that's running around here killing people, shooting innocent people with these guns. The parents should go too, right?
No.
Even if they knew about it, they shouldn't go.
If you knew what your kid was
carrying. If they know little Tyrone just shot somebody, but he's sitting up here in my house, I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want him to go to jail or he take care of the household. Shouldn't the parent go too?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's to me ain't the same thing, but in the sense of just what's the word I'm looking for? In the sense of just covering up and that type of thing. Yeah, you should have some kind of responsibility, within that. But it's not that the parent went and bought the gun and said, "Here, go kill somebody." I mean, that's different than someone saying, my daughter want to be a singer, knowing that R. Kelly is a pedophile. I'm gonna send her down there to live with you, huh? And he's sending them money every month, taking care of their family. To me, that's different than somebody protecting their son, which again, it's a wrong situation, but it's just like, I think it's just a little bit different. But at the same time, I just think like it's a lot of people that need to be in jail with him, honestly. And I feel like it is. I think this case is it is making us as a community look and see what we tolerate and what we have sugarcoated with not just R. Kelly, but it's going to make us hopefully going forward when we hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? And so the next time we have a situation where it's the R. Kelly, then we can easily say, you know what, this is disgusting. We can move on from the music because now he's got all these hits, and like you say, people tied to him.
And again, and I told you, Chicago niggas gonna forgive you.
Oh, I heard people was calling a radio station the other day. It was yesterday. No, it was Tuesday, and they was like, "R. Kelly still my boy. He wrong. The guy they wrong for." I mean, listen, he still got. He
got a whole bunch of people that's still protesting and all. You see it.
Weird.
But and not only did he get convicted in New York, he had to come here and possibly face.
He ain't getting out of jail
and face the charges he got here.
Like he does. He's not.
I don't think he's ever coming home.
He's not getting out of jail. I believe, to be honest, at some point he's gonna off himself.
I said that when he first went in, that eventually, when it's all said and done, and he no, he's not gonna get out. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a breaking news that he offed himself. Because
R. Kelly's already not a mentally stable person, and I think people take when you in jail and when you're not free, it's a whole different it's a whole different situation, where your mind, it's a fast forward to losing it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have no support. So yeah, I don't wish death on him. He's where he's supposed to be, but
he made some great music.
I don't see him staying in jail.
No,
I think he will, get rid of himself before he.
Well,
I'd be surprised if he just stick with it, but I don't see it, bro.
And again, to just wrap it all up, he would have been in jail back in 2003 or 2004, whatever that was, if the family of that girl decided to testify. But they chose not to. Why? Because of money and influence.
Well, that's why I said I think more so than anything that, it's what's caught up with him is his arrogance, and then also too just because the money dry up, people mouths get loose. That's just the truth of the matter.
It's always been that way.
That's for everything. That's for regular Joe Blow.
That's for side chicks and the dude.
You stop paying that dough. It's like
yeah, I gotta go sing. I gotta go sing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, hey. People get mad, the jokes and the memes. Keep them jokes coming on me. Y'all can send me whatever. I'll post them because I don't care. It's funny to me. It's hilarious. People go hard for R. Kelly, and you won't even go hard for your own family member that's down there in Statesville. So
yeah, it's
kiss my ass. But it was not. There was some good podcasts that dropped this week. Mm-hmm. One show was I Am Athlete.
Yeah.
And that was a good. That's for those of you, I Am Athlete is one of the is a really good podcast. It's with Brandon Marshall, Chad Ochocinco, Fred Taylor, and my man Chad. Oh my God,
what's his last name?
I forgot his last name. Not Chad Henning. But he all his former football players, former NFL players. They got a great podcast, a great show that they do. Well, this week they had Dez Bryant on there. Dez Bryant, one of my favorite wide receivers. I thought he was going to be the next great wide receiver to wear 88 after Michael Irvin. He was on there. He had a lot to say. For me, I've been waiting to hear his side of everything, waiting to hear him talk. He said something controversial, it was about Colin Kaepernick, and we all know Colin Kaepernick is a lightning rod now. When people talk about him, even though he ain't made a lot of news lately, but it's still a lightning rod for some people. He said that Colin Kaepernick didn't have a plan when he decided to take his stance, and then he said Colin Kaepernick didn't provide opportunities for people during his stand, and he didn't create opportunities or jobs, whatever.
What's your thoughts on that?
First of all, I like Dez, but he was misinformed heavily. He was misinformed about Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick has done a whole lot with his voice and his own money by creating all these programs.
People don't want to highlight that though, bro.
But again, here's what makes me mad about us and just anybody in general. We lack the necessary drive to just do research. To really think about, before I say this, is this true?
Right.
And
we always sometimes jump off on our emotions.
And Dez was really emotional. But he was emotional about a phone call he had with Kaap, because he was trying to get something done with Kaap, and Kaap pretty much was like, I'll think about it, I'll call you back. Right. And it probably rubbed Dez the wrong way. Dez said it didn't, but whatever. But again, we can't put emotions into that and then come on a platform and say something that's uninformed. Right. Because the backlash is people are going to call you to it and hit you with the facts. Yep.
And remind you
what you said.
Yep.
So, for Dez to say Kaap didn't have a plan, honestly, I don't think Kaepernick wanted to be the face of everything that happened.
He did either. He never. That's what my problem is, bro. Is that he didn't even. You forget how young Kaap was when this stuff has happened. He was still young, like in his late 20s, maybe.
Late 20s,
maybe late 20s, and he was going through his own maturation, growing up and his own awareness. And so with him coming of age, getting more in touch with his blackness, you know what I'm saying? And whatever religion he decided to attach himself to, he was just coming into that, you know what I'm saying? And so then, as we all do, as him getting more information and as him becoming more aware, he's just like, you know what? He started feeling a way about certain things, and at that time, that was fresh off the Trayvons and Michael Browns and all that. And he took a knee because
No, he sat down first.
Sat
remember,
down at first.
Sat down first.
Yeah, but then he met with some vets.
He met with an Army vet.
Yeah, and then it was like, he took a knee, which is still like the most. It's so nothing not disrespectful about that in the first place, but he took a knee. The media caught on and made a big frenzy about it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then they made him the face of the movement. And then because he was it was like he was kind of thrust into this. And so I don't think he was prepared, to be the face of it. So no, he didn't have no plan because that wasn't his plan. His plan was this was his own personal stance. And like you said, we always waiting for somebody else to do something. It's how many of the NFL is how many more percent black?
NFL is the NFL.
80%.
The NFL is 85% black.
85%
They
black.
talk about that every year.
And so here go half black man is the one that's decided to stand up when all the rest of y'all black ones, but y'all put it all on him, and then you got Dez who's black. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do anything.
Who is from the mud? Who is
from the mud? It hit part himself saying that, and then you put it off on another brother to be like, well, he didn't do nothing. It's like, what you do? Because at that time you said you had a family to feed.
That's what he said.
Not just him, a lot of them. So now it's just like, again, it's always playing that, what they say that was a Monday quarterback.
Monday morning quarterback.
It's like, come on, like I ain't like that he said that. Not like you said, I like Dez too, but that was bogus because Kaap is doing some stuff and because he's been low key, you know what I'm saying, which he's done his part. Now you do it. You take it up then. It's what's stopping you from being if you feel like Kaap blew you off, okay, fine. You're Dez.
Yep.
You probably have a bigger voice than him. Maybe not, but certain places you probably do. So it's like what's stopping you from being like, I'm gonna pick up where Kaap left off. I got a plan. And this is what we're gonna do. What's stopping you
from doing what you got to do? Use your platform.
Use your platform. Use your voice, and you can organize too. Like it's like, and especially because you already got that group of people that's gonna be like, yeah, they already hate Kaap for no reason.
Exactly.
It's like you just add into it, and I hate when it's like, when it's another brother that's doing, and it's like, come on, bro, that's not.
And what I always tell you is that when guys like him. I'm not saying Dez is like Candace Owens or like Larry Elder or like Herschel Walker, but when what Dez said and how he said that, you got those people that's like, see what I tell you?
Even he don't
agree with that. See, and again, I always say this. I feel like that sets us back. And
that's kind of stuff that, to me,
and we can never be taken serious.
Yeah.
For the real issues that keep us from being equal. But that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story, bro. But to me, it's weird. People that are obsessed with the national anthem and the flag are freaking weirdos to me.
They are weirdos.
Because I'm like, I want to say F-bomb so bad. I've been trying not to curse, okay?
Hold it.
I've been trying, but it's like, it's a flag. It has no value. Okay, we're on dirty land. We have so much blood on our hand. You all need to relax. You gotta relax. Like if it's the song is racist, we need a whole new flag. We need a whole new song. To be quite honest, because this song it's just completely weird, and I don't understand why we have to sing it before everything. Anyway, it's like
patriotism.
I can see how you do it at the
Pride.
Olympics when we're playing against other countries, but we live here every day. Why do I care about the national anthem? It does not mean the same thing for me as it means to a white person. Just be honest, it doesn't. So why do you want me to stand up and put it to my heart? I will not do that.
I understand.
I won't do that.
And now I find myself now at games and stuff.
I
don't even put my hand over my heart. What I do now, I just stand and just be looking away at every different place.
Bro, I remember it probably was like over 10 years ago. I was on Jamaica. I was out of town with one of my friends, and I remember like for some reason it's different countries everywhere. So we was at lunch, and I think the guy said something like anybody from America, whatever. He's like, what's your song? And so then the guy got up, started singing, started playing a band, and do you know, like the white people that was there, they started getting up and standing up like in
Yeah.
The hotel. I was like, this is weird.
It's all. But
and
think
me
about.
And my friend was sitting there like, no.
Think about it. This
was 10 years ago.
This is what the country. This is what it's been engraved in Americans since the beginning of time. When that song comes on, you stand and give respect to the flag.
Me. It always irritated me when I was in high school in ROTC, and I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna go to the Army.
I want to say you was in ROTC.
I love ROTC. I love the structure. It's that's my dilemma. That's my yeah. I always was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I'd be irritated by so much stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to college, so I got to do something. I gotta go somewhere because Bill ain't gonna have it. So I gotta do something. But yeah,
I mean, listen, man, at Kaap, I have my issue with Kaap, but it's not about what he's been trying to do and what he's done for people of color and disenfranchised people. Yeah. I commend him for that. Yeah. And again, I've never thought that he was disrespecting the flag. Yeah. He was just taking a protest against the injustices in this country against people that look like him. So again, I understand how to remove the fat from the meat, and
the meat out the fat.
Exactly. So I never felt like he was being disrespectful. The issue is in this country, and it's always been, you are considered a traitor if you do not fall in line with the red, white, and blue. That's how it is. That's how they. It's so many people that feel that way, and the first thing they say is, "If you don't like it, leave."
But it's that's a privilege thing.
It is a privilege thing.
It's kind of too like, America. They want to preach freedom, but you're not really free. It's you got the freedom they give you. I mean, we're seeing that right now with the vaccinated versus unvaccinated people, and the mandates that's coming down, and just basically making everybody get something that we don't even know what it worked, but you're not gonna be able. Even at my job, we've gotten stuff now. This was like a trick question. This was like a trick statement to me. It was like, if you didn't get vaccinated, you're gonna be able to come in office. I'm like, damn, why did I get vaccinated? If that was the stipulation, I would have sat this out. I wouldn't have got not damn shot. Do you hear me? I'm like, y'all should have told me that 2 months ago. Before I got it. But it was just like, yeah, man, it's just weird. I don't think nobody should be mandated. But again, going back to the whole America stuff, it's just like, it's the freedom that they give you. It's an illusion of freedom. It's not really, free as they try to make it. And when they be getting all discombobulated over the flag and stuff like that, it's just freaking weird to me.
It is. I mean, it is weird. And football and baseball is that sport. Yeah. People feel away. If you don't stand up there, then you're not a real fucking American, as they say.
You know what? I don't want it to happen now, but I'd be like, man, how come when I'm at these sporting events and like if I'm sitting there and I'd be like, I want that person to bother me so I can go bananas. But the Lord knows, like, I got stuff here to do. Like, I'll never encounter like Karens and Kens because I probably will go crazy.
The upside is if you go viral, I'm gonna put hashtag SOT free Tise, and then we'll go viral like that. And then, you know what I mean? But
give me a GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMe, all that. But I mean, I'm glad Jemele Hill, Michael Lamar Hill, other people tried to, they educated Dez. Yeah. Dez is going to be on Jemele Hill's show so they can talk about it.
That's good.
Because Dez tweeted, he basically said, well, I'm sorry, I didn't really know. I don't know a lot of things.
But that's why you shouldn't speak on some shit.
Again, that's why you shouldn't speak on it. But, people do, and sometimes they speak prematurely and then end up putting their foot in their mouth.
And that's why I'm like, there's like people always be like, you say something, somebody asks me a question, and I'm like, but I don't know though.
I say I don't
know though. So you better go do your own, because I'm just this my thought, but I don't know.
I don't know. So that's the best answer I can give you.
Listen, hey, don't take my word for it,
because I don't know.
If something happens to you, you ain't gonna blame me, Joe. Sure. I don't know.
and let's talk about. Let's move on to my guy, your guy, the legend, Bow Wow.
Poor Bow Wow.
Bow Wow made his round.
Bow Wow had a rough week.
He made his rounds on the media circuit this week. Yeah. He basically confirmed that Diddy, the legend,
that was like his mentor for a long time. Is his homie now.
Is dating his baby mama.
That's deep, bro. Now, what you think about that? I got my personal thoughts, but I mean, as a bro code, do bros have like? I think it's different for women, but it may be different for guys. So, from a guy point of view, is that free game?
I don't think bro code matters in that industry.
In that industry, yeah.
I don't think it really matters.
It don't matter to Diddy at all. I mean, his son was dating Lori Harvey, then he picked her up.
Did he pick her up? Yeah.
He don't give a
I don't think that shit even matters in that industry. Yeah. So, but the fact that Bow Wow was basically
in his feelings.
He sounded like he was in his feelings a little bit.
Bow Wow was, but you know what? I don't think he was in his feelings because he wanted her. I think he was like, damn, Diddy, all these hoes, and why you got to get mine? You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that's how he felt. Like, it's so many out here. Like, why you getting mine? Why you getting mine?
He really was like, damn, Diddy, that's what you on? Hey, Diddy was like, take that. Hey man,
Facts.
shit. Hey, Facts. That's Diddy, man. Yeah, the shoulder. That's Diddy, man. Hey, but you know what?
Yeah,
but it's the industry. Like, it don't surprise me. It don't, like, no bullshit. If Jay-Z and Beyonce broke up, and Beyonce got with fucking Nas or something, yeah, I wouldn't even be shocked. I'd be like,
true.
I'd be like, this is the industry, because everybody, they in them same circles all the time.
True that.
All the time.
True that.
Bow Wow, people don't even know who Bow Wow baby mama is. They just know that's Bow Wow baby mama. Right. They didn't know if she was a singer or whatever. She was just his baby mama.
But I would think, like, you know, it would probably cause, and maybe they already have it, but I would think that it would cause some kind of contention, you know, with them now, because it's like, you date my friend? Well, I mean, like,
I ain't even friends.
I don't think they was friends, but I remember before all this, I remember Bow Wow saying like he grew up around the industry.
No, I know, but
and I remember him saying like how Diddy, like, I think, like, him and Usher had like the same stories about the experience with Diddy. Like, Diddy basically was responsible for them losing their virginity, basically. You know, like, he had them around a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Are they really friends?
I don't know if they. Maybe he thought they were.
That's friends. Uncle Diddy to them.
Uncle Diddy, but that's even worse. Damn, Diddy. Like, you use your girl to your. I mean, they ain't been together in a minute, but it's just weird. But again, Hollywood is weird.
Hey y'all,
like you said, ain't surprising.
Cut Uncle Love Brother Love some slack. Cause Brother Love out here living his best life. Y'all see Brother Love on the gram. He on the gram. He having a great time.
He changed his name, bro, every 10 years.
Hey, the man said, I'm Brother Love now. He said all he gonna preach is positivity.
He was with Bow Wow baby mama, but I thought he was with, what was the girl from City Girls? What he just with her like a couple months ago?
I forget her name. Is it JT?
No, Miami.
Yeah, I know he's with her, and supposedly they was dating.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Now, is he a predator?
How old is she?
She in her 20s.
Nah, I ain't no predator. Nah, I don't think that's a predator.
What's the difference between him and R. Kelly?
Because R. Kelly was 35 at Kenwood.
True.
Hanging out, waiting on them to go to lunch.
Okay, but after the 35, that's what I'm saying. He stayed right on the edge and started just. Okay, so now he done with 12-year-olds. He's just gonna get them like 18.
But he was 15, 16. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, that's predatory. I mean, come on. Oh, girl, 20 years old, 21, about to be 21. You see what she talking about in her songs. That definitely ain't no predator. No, there ain't nothing predatory about that. Yeah, Brother Love say, look, my balls still work. Yeah, he want them empty.
He got them gas station pills.
He
by the time don't care about gonna damn Brother Love.
Hey, Brother Love getting it in with his sons. You already know.
That's some
Hollywood out there in LA. Hey man. Hey,
that's some Hollywood stuff.
I'm gonna tell you who in, speaking of that industry and couples, I don't care what nobody say. You know who in love, and I see them every day on the ground. Lori and fucking Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, they in
love. Like
yeah, they got black love.
Like I think they see each other every day.
Maybe they probably live together. I mean, they seem to be genuinely.
He got a picture. He's sucking on her face, on her cheek. I'm like, damn.
They seem to be genuinely, they seem to be genuinely. I mean,
they in love.
I think it's good because I honestly, before Lori, I don't think I ever seen Michael be with any black girls. So.
Yeah, because that's what he was getting killed for. Because remember, he was on the Breakfast Club. He had
all the Beckys.
Yeah, he had all the Beckys. Yeah. But he was saying how the Beckys, the ones that was coming at him. He was saying, he was just saying black women really didn't really mess with him. Mm-hmm. But after he did, what's his name?
But everybody always thought he was fine.
I guess they ain't stepped to him. Well, he got one now because Lori Harvey is outstanding.
She's a pretty lady.
She's outstanding.
I think she's pretty, but to me, she a sister, so I ain't gonna talk bad for her. I ain't gonna never get mad at a sister for getting their bag however they want to. Get it how you get it. But she falls in to me high key that Kim Kardashian thing, like famous for being famous. Like they be famous for doing what?
She ain't got no sex tape though.
That we know of.
I mean, it ain't leaked. Don't do her like. Don't do.
That's why I said I ain't gonna do Lori like that. Cause
it ain't leaked.
She's sister. I'm just saying, but she just falls into that category.
But
what
does
do you,
she?
What do you really do?
Does she really fall into that category, or is she just a single woman living her single life until she got with somebody?
I ain't even talking about the single part. It's just like no, I'm talking about the famous part. Like, what do you do?
She's Steve Harvey's daughter.
Okay, that's Kim Kardashian. Rob Kardashian's daughter. My point, like, what do she became famous for being famous, and then she became famous for the sex tape, and then they just built off it. They built a whole empire off of it. It was a reality show. Then they had clothes, they had stores, they got makeup. So she built, and I think Lori Harvey is doing the same thing. And I'm glad it's a sister.
Let her get
that's
some
getting
of that
her
money.
bag.
Yeah.
She ain't hurt for no money. I'm just saying though. How I feel about Kim Kardashian being famous for nothing. I feel like she's kind of in that category. Okay. To me, personally, but much love to Harvey.
Lori Harvey, hey, do your thing, Queen.
Whatever.
Michael B. Jordan, I see that look.
Look,
Michael B. Jordan, every man know what that look of sprung look like.
His nose open.
Bro,
that's good.
We see it.
We don't see that too often anymore. So I'm glad to see a young black couple that's actually enjoying each other and being in love. So I'm here for it.
I like to see that. It's just funny to me because when they on the ground, they be posting pictures like he just so you could just see they look like teenagers.
That's good though.
Who've been together
that's
since
what
high
want.
school.
I want that teenage love affair.
Oh, here we go.
I do. That innocence. That innocence.
That innocence.
Yeah, like when you was like in high school and whoever you liked at that time, it was just like it was innocent. You don't know better.
I was just trying to get the skins.
All right. Next topic. Next.
Wait. But to answer your question that you asked about the bro code and the ex, and me with my friends, all they ex is off limits. I'm not gonna try to holler at them.
Yeah.
That's not what I do. That's not what we do. I'm not on that.
Yeah.
Like that's to me, it's just a line you don't cross. Yeah. Some niggas don't care. Yeah. You got some other grimy cats that do it. When I consider you my friend, we done kicked it together. You done been at my house. We done shared all this and that. I'm not finna cross that line.
So let me ask you this too. So any difference to me? So I'm the same. None of my friends, we don't really even like the same people. So it's like, and even like if it was somebody that we both thought was attractive, like if my friend started dating that person, it's just like that person ain't attractive to me. Like they not ugly, but it's just like I don't look at that person.
You don't look at him like that.
He just look like I ain't gonna be like, oh, he fine. Like that's my girl boy. Like he alright. I mean I don't look at him like that.
Right.
But now, so if even though I wouldn't date nobody my friend used to date. What is it? Would you date like so if you had an ex, is it wrong for so like you had an ex-girlfriend and her friend was liking you, so it ain't your friend, that's her friend. Is that do you think that's bogus?
Yeah, I ain't going. I can't go.
So if I dated a friend,
hit her. I hit her, but I can't.
That's worse.
No,
that's worse.
No, because if she came at me, depending on the situation, yeah, I'll probably hit her. But we're not finna. We're not about to be a couple. We're not about to be in a relationship because that's my ex. You my ex's friend. But no, I'm not. Because I've been in situations like that, and I've turned down a situation like that.
Me too. But I do. Yeah. I have definitely for sure. I've turned down some situations like that. But at the same time, if it's just somebody they know each other, they may be cool. Me, it's just like it's free game.
But what if y'all just boned and that's it?
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
your
saying.
Girl want to bone them. This is where men and women differ at.
Right. See, for a guy, that's nothing.
Because you know what I'm gonna say.
Y'all gonna smash. Y'all gonna GTD.
What did Snoop say in 1993? If it ain't no fun, if the homies can't, nah.
I don't really want to go behind my friends.
Okay, I got you.
I really want to go behind my. I feel like Bow Wow. It's enough meat in these streets where I ain't really gotta go behind somebody that she did. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. Even if she did it like one time, you know what I'm saying, or vice versa. Like it's just that ain't my move.
You ain't on that.
Ain't my move.
Okay.
Yeah, but like if it's the flip side of that, if it was just like it was somebody I maybe entertained just once, homie, like they want to date for real. Well,
do you tell a homie?
I feel like no. Like because there was only one time, it didn't mean anything, right? So what does it matter? I feel like homie should be quiet too. Yeah.
I feel like
why would the homie even say that's hating?
I feel like in that situation,
if y'all didn't date,
if we didn't date and I just smashed her,
yeah,
and I didn't know you knew her, like if I didn't know my homie knew her, and then we somewhere together, he'd be like, man, this so and so.
You gotta shut up. Take that.
I'm gonna take it to my grave. Yeah. Because if my homie feeling her like that,
it's no need to be like,
and
you know
she
what?
feeling him like that.
Yeah, ain't no. Why would somebody be like, yeah, I boned her 5 years ago? That's stupid.
But dudes do that though.
Hating do that.
But I don't. Not all the time. I think
if you like you just said, if that's somebody that your homie is and they like.
But
hear me out. Real,
hear me out. I think dudes do it because they best friends, and I think he don't want his homie to look stupid, especially if the other homies
girl
know.
Ain't no hoe. She ain't no hoe.
But again, I mean,
it's somebody that it was a one-time encounter. And it was so long ago, and she met the friend. She didn't really know they was friends.
I think it's better if the homie just take it to the grave. Because if you tell your homie that, now in the back of his mind, when y'all come around, first thing he gonna be like, well, damn, he seen my woman naked.
Yep, it's gonna mess up.
He know how my woman get head. Yep. Because that's what it do to the ego of a man.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like in that situation, I think the other guy shouldn't say nothing. I think he should just
take it to the grave.
Mind his business. Chances are, like I said, that was a long time ago. It doesn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything to him anyway. So why would you even tell your friend you smashed that lady one time? Like, that doesn't make no sense. Like, it really was one time. So it's just like, buddy, like you say, just swallow your pride.
Just one time and get it over with. I mean, just take it to your grave. And then now if she bring it up to you, just be like, look, I ain't going to say nothing. Y'all good. That's my man. What we did was a decade ago.
I wouldn't tell if I was in a situation where I was in a space and I'm like, dang, that's his homie? I ain't know. Listen, I ain't going to tell if you going to tell. I
won't tell if you won't tell.
I don't even know who. What we did? What you lying? Prove it.
You making shit up?
I'll be like, I don't know him. I definitely don't remember that. Yeah, I'm lying. So if he don't have no proof,
I ain't gonna say
your homie lying.
I'm gonna go to the grave with it.
I'm gonna go to the grave with it too. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, but Yeah, that's those are the different things between.
It is between men and women. That's a different thing.
Yeah, I ain't going. I ain't one of my friends. They leftovers,
Leftovers.
But, the homie, okay.
Well, look, let's get into our last topic.
Oh Lord,
this is gonna be fun.
Okay.
All right, the last topic now for tonight, we gonna talk about cuffing season. Okay, so cuffing season, there's rules to it. There's a
you just gave me one of them where I gotta narrow it down.
There's a schedule for cuffing season.
Okay, right. I don't know the schedule, so you gotta tell me.
So there's a scouting process in cuffing season.
Okay. That's what I just learned.
That goes from August 1st to the 31st.
Okay.
So we moved out of the scouting season of cuffing season. Drafting. All right. That's from September 1st to the 30th. So you should have drafted who you want between this month of August. You had 30 days to do it. Okay. 30 days. Now, tryouts. This is important now.
What's the tryouts though?
Now, you want to know what tryouts is? Tryouts is real. That's probably the simplest thing. You find out of the 10 people you got that you scouted, all right, that you drafted, those 10 people, you need to find out what can they bring to you, what can they offer to you during cuffing season. Okay. All right, and that can range from 3 categories. All right. Time.
Or most important.
Which is most important. Time. All right. Entertainment. And then the last and the most important thing, penis. You have those 3 things are important during tryouts.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right, those are important.
Okay.
After tryouts is over with at the end of October, we get into the preseason.
Okay.
Okay, so now after you narrowed your 10 down, the preseason is now you got to put them into action and see who can do what.
Yeah.
And that's what the preseason for. Because now you're going to have to cut somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody ain't going to make the cut.
Somebody ain't going to make the cut.
All right. Then cuffing season officially begins in December through January 15th. That's an important part. That's a time frame of about 6 weeks. That's important now because if you're really smart about it and you're a really, really good GM, you got you a nice roster, and you got some people on your team that is multifaceted.
And you might even get you a couple of Christmas gifts.
Yeah. If you got a birthday in between there, you can get that. Then, most importantly, if there's a snow day, you get snowed in. You get snowed in with the right dude. Yeah. He not only gonna shovel you out, he gonna ride you out. So it's a win-win.
Well.
It's a win-win. All right. That's cuffing season. That's the essence of cuffing season.
That's the essence of cuffing season.
All right.
Okay.
Now, when the playoffs come, this is where it gets a little tricky because when the playoffs come, it's from January 16th to February 13th. We know what happens on February 14th.
Yeah. Nothing.
Right? We know what that day is.
You're gonna see where you at.
You're gonna really see where you at.
You're gonna really see where you at, yeah.
Because that's the playoffs. Now from February 14th, championship time. That means whoever give you a gift, you won. Whoever didn't, you lost in the finals.
You know, my cuffing seasons, bro, like, to be honest, so I'm gonna try this approach this year.
You should.
Try this approach this year because in the past, like, you know, I don't even get to, like, by November, it's like, yeah, no. So I'm gonna reevaluate my list. I'm gonna reevaluate my roster.
Yes.
Let me see who could move on into November.
You got to put them 10 together. It might not be 10, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Put them together. And you got to figure out who can do what.
Who's available with on purpose time.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't talking about, like, some people give you like they leftovers, and some people just, you know, they cuffing with 10 people, so they only, they can't really cuff you like that.
Right.
So you really gotta be with somebody that's available, that's on purpose. That really like spending time with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
right.
It's like you said, because honestly, like all jokes aside, like to be in a house with somebody at our age, listen, you ain't screwing all day. Just just to be honest, you just not doing
not all day long. No, not all day long.
That's a day when y'all ain't working, right?
Right.
But you ain't screwing all day. Y'all people
working,
people is working, taking care of kids, got lives. So you better be able to have a conversation and be able to just spend some time with each other company, because we ain't 20 years old humping like jackrabbits. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different when you do get older. Like, you got to be able to, I have to be able to tolerate somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, because the house, like you said, you snowed in. I can't be in the house with somebody that's irritated me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just be in the house with me and my cat. We're fine. Yeah. Me and Gigi cool.
Well, look, and be careful of the dudes that's fugazi. The dudes who are
what's that?
How like in every sport you got a draft bus. Be careful of those dudes. Now what that is?
Oh man, I've had so many of those.
But what those dudes are, they're homeless. So
I ain't had no homeless.
So what they're looking for is within those few months somewhere to stay during the winter months. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta
can't say with me.
That's a part of that scouting process, the draft. Once you
figure
out,
like if he homeless.
Yeah, if he homeless. Because there's a lot of dudes who moved in with chicks. They just kind of like not officially tell them, "Can I move in?" They just be there every day slowly. Yeah. I'm going to cook for her. I'm going to clean for her.
Yeah, because you have nothing else to do.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Somebody that may be jacking you every day because he ain't got nowhere to stay. He got
what they got to offer.
That's like almost half the time a bum might be your best piece.
I've heard every single chick that I know that are good friends of mine tell me a broke dude got the best Johnson.
He ain't got nothing else to do but that. All his energy is in he gonna give you the best strokes of his life because first, like you say, he homeless. He needs somewhere to stay. He needs your car. He needs some money. So he can't offer you nothing but a gold member.
Why you paying all the bills?
Yeah. And some women okay with that. If he got the gold member
and he there every day.
Listen, it worked for some people.
I know. Hey.
It worked for some people. To be honest, especially working ladies, some ladies just like, you know what? That's really all I need you. I don't need your money. I just need you to, drop them drawers and what else you ain't nothing else to do. So, yeah. But I'm gonna try a different approach this year, bro.
Okay.
I ain't trying to be like, after like next year, like, cause like I ain't trying to do this every year.
I hope not.
So hopefully this season will be good to me.
Well, I hope so too. I hope you can win.
I hope I can win.
I hope you can win. Okay.
I hope I can win. Now wait, before we close out. Now on our last show, we had said we was gonna do a verse with each other, and you said you're gonna be JD, and I'm gonna be Diddy.
Yeah.
So okay, so how we gonna do this is I'm gonna send you. We'll do like a little live session. We'll do a Zoom.
Okay.
I'm gonna play. We'll figure out who's gonna go first. I'll play mine. You play your song. I'll play mine.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm mad you picked JD though.
Why?
Because I was looking through Diddy discography and I was trying to get my list together. Because I'm even though I wanted JD, I got Diddy. I'm gonna kill you, right? I know I'm gonna win.
Okay.
But at the same time, I was like, this dude ain't right. Like JD was right. Like JD was right to be in his bag, but like this dude don't have the hits I got, and his name ain't on everything that people think. Like even when you think about, even though somebody was on Bad Boy, and you think about Total, Diddy name that may be his record label, but when it comes to like producer credits on some of the biggest songs, he ain't on there. It's Mario Winans. It's Stevie J. It's the hit. I'm like,
it's the hitman.
I was like struggling. I'm like, what? That damn.
I told you, if they do that versus, they may have to come up with some rules.
Yeah, and if the rules, and that's the thing though. But see, JD got both. He got writing credits. He got producer. Like he said, I make beats. I'm in the studio, so I can say I produced this, and I got writing credits. I wrote this.
I'm in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
He
made sure he let everybody know that.
I ain't mad at him though. He got in his bag, bro.
He got in his bag. He did.
I was just like, man.
He got in his bag.
I was thinking around my life. I was saying, you know, I'm finna kill Moses. I'm looking at Diddy. I'm like, this nigga ain't wrote shit. Like, he ain't wrote nothing. I'm like, you know what? He set me up, but you know what? He got enough producer credits. He got a little bit of writing credits.
Yeah.
On some big ones that I think I could still kill you.
Okay, well, I can't wait till we do that. I'm gonna be ready. So hopefully we can start off that when we do. We don't own the rights to any of this music, so
we'll get paid like a snippet, 5 seconds.
That's it. So we don't get killed.
We'll
do that
next. We'll do that next time.
But what episode was this? It was episode
9.
Episode 9.
I got some shout outs too. I forgot.
Yeah, definitely do the shout outs.
Episode 9. So I got to shout out my guys over at True Chicago Sports. They always show us love. If y'all looking for a nice Chicago area podcast, they have some great guests on there. They had new episodes every Tuesday. Check them out. They on Spotify, and I believe Apple too. So check them out. Okay. And I want to thank again my friends. One of my best friends, she always send me a note every Thursday before the show. Hope you have a good show. I appreciate that. My sisters, my aunties, they big supporters. Yeah. And even the ones, y'all, who go up to me and be like, I heard the show. Let me tell y'all something. I need y'all to do this. You heard the show. I need you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I need you to share because again, that helps us out. That helps us push our show to where we're trying to go. So just continue to do that. Continue to support. We appreciate those who do it, but we want to we need y'all to hit that subscribe button.
And follow us on IG. Some of this, some of that pod. Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, and
got some good guests coming up over these next
the month of October is gonna be guest filled, and November.
Yeah,
we got some great guests. So and we're gonna bring the guests. We're gonna be right here at Jim's house. All right. So y'all make sure y'all follow that page too. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna blow up the end of this year, 2022. We blowing up. Be looking out for that merch.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
Be looking out for that merch.
That's coming.
All right, because we're gonna have specials. All right, I'm gonna be like them people on Madison Pulaski. 2 for $12, 2 for $20.
You know Black Friday specials.
Hey, we're gonna have it all. That promo code. You know what I mean? So
it's gonna be good.
But keep rocking with us, y'all. We doing it for Chicago. I appreciate everybody who's been texting me. People out of state that's been listening. Yeah. Subscribe, share, like.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Peace.
Peace.